What's happening, everyone, and welcome to the first Assassin's Creed Shadows video on my channel. And before we get fully into the video, I want to say thank you to Ubisoft for the gift of all of the content you're going to see throughout this video. In this video, I'm going to be going over the setting, the stealth and the parkour, the combat and the RPG systems, the dynamic world and seasons, and how Assassinations and Quests are going to work. So Ubisoft have announced Assassin's Creed Shadows, which is set in feudal Japan. It's set during the era of the samurai and the shinobi, and it brings elegant katana duels and the ninja arts to the franchise. So first off, the setting. Assassin's Creed Shadows takes place in the Azuki Momoyama period of Japanese history. The story takes place in 1579 and continues through the early 1580s. This time period means that this is the first Assassin's Creed game to feature assassins and Templars in their classic form since 2015's Assassin's Creed Syndicate. A number of historical figures play prominent roles in the campaign, and I'm going to butcher all of these names because my pronunciation is appalling. These include Oda Nobunaga, the great unifier of Japan, and Fujibayashi Nagato, a master ninja of the Aiga clan. Like I said, please do excuse my awful pronunciation. Much like Assassin's Creed Syndicate, Shadows features two protagonists and you can switch between them as you play through the campaign. The first of the dual leads is Neo, the fictional daughter of Fujibayashi Nagato. She is trained by her father to be a skilled shinobi. The second protagonist is Yasuki, a real historical figure. Originally from Africa, Yasuki came to Japan with the Portuguese in 1579 and soon became a samurai in the employ of Lord Oda Nobunaga. Shadows is the first Assassin's Creed game to ever let you play as a real person from the past. Now on to the stealth and the parkour that's going to be in the game. As the title suggests, light and dark is a major part of Assassin's Creed Shadows, especially the stealth systems. A new global illumination system creates dynamic light and shadows that affect enemy vision. You can now hide in the shadows and even create darkness by destroying lanterns or killing torch carriers. A light meter on the UI shows how well covered you are, from fully visible to completely hidden. Servants are a new type of NPC, ranking between civilians and enemies. While servants can't fight, they are able to call in reinforcements and raise alarms. They have their own patrol routes and carry lanterns at night. There is now the option to knock out foes when performing a stealth takedown, allowing for a more pacifist playthrough. You can now crawl along the ground in a prone position, allowing you to maintain a lower profile as well as get through small openings. Neo has a grappling hook that can be attached to every roof edge, as well as a number of anchor points. Unlike the zipline-like grappling hook from Assassin's Creed Syndicate, this rope uses physics simulation to allow dynamic swinging. The grappling hook can be used to quickly climb into the ceiling space above corridors, allowing you to lay in wait for enemies patrolling beneath you. Eagle vision returns, allowing you to spot silhouettes of NPCs through walls. Enemies are marked in red, while the new servants are coloured orange. The drone-like bird used in Origins, Odyssey and Valhalla to scout out areas and mark targets is not available in Assassin's Creed Shadows. You'll need to do your own reconnaissance work. As a shinobi, Neo is the most skilled at stealth. Yasuke can use stealth, but his size and armor plating mean he's better at using those skills to get the drop on targets rather than performing a fully silent infiltration. Now for the combat and RPG systems. This era of Japanese warfare did not make use of shields, so your gear does not include any defensive options aside from your armor. Dodges and positioning is paramount. As a samurai, Yasuke is able to use his weapon to block incoming attacks and perform parries. Neo is able to engage in combat, but she is unable to block or parry. Instead, she can deflect enemy blows. Ubisoft haven't clarified the difference between parries and deflects, but it may be that parries enable counterattacks, while deflects are a more evasive tactic. Enemy armor has a durability system and can be broken during combat. Pretty much every prop in the game is able to be dynamically damaged by your weapons. Katanas will slice through bushes and baskets, leaving accurate blade marks. Arrows will leave precise puncture marks, while blunt weapons will smash pots into tiny pieces. Many period accurate weapons are available to use, including katanas, the Cannibal War Club, Yari spears, Hurricane, Kunai, and the Kurisaragama, which is a sickle on the end of a chain. Yasuke is able to use arquebus rifles, providing him with a powerful long-range option. Each weapon has its own skill tree. Investing time into using a particular weapon will improve your proficiency with it. Can craft your own katana from gathered components and personalize it. A transmog system will allow you to tailor your gear to look exactly how you want it. Active combat skills return and are unlocked by finding ninja scrolls in the world. Yasuke and Neo have individual skill trees and gear but share XP, collected weapons and resources. Now for the dynamic world and seasons. Assassin's Creed Shadows is built upon a newly updated version of the Anvil game engine. The new tech allows for better lighting through global illumination, the new breakable props, and more detailed asset meshes and much less pop-in. The new Anvil upgrade has allowed for a season system that sees the world progress through spring, summer, autumn and winter. The current season is dictated by your progress through the campaign in order to maintain historical accuracy, but there are steps that each period goes through to create a sense of authenticity. Each season comes with unique features that link to gameplay. For example, in the spring and summer, when plants bloom and flower, there will be bushes and long grass to hide in. Later in autumn and winter, those plants will die and thus remove those hiding spots. Water also freezes in winter, which prevents you from entering pools and ponds. Icicles will form on rooftop edges and can fall if disrupted, potentially giving away your position. Seasons also affect NPC behaviors. In the summer, enemy samurai cut through bushes in search of you. In the winter, foes stay close to fires and warm places, potentially opening up new, colder paths for you to take. A fully dynamic weather system provides appropriate climate conditions based on both the region and the season. Severe weather like deep fog, howling winds, and snow impacts enemy sight and sound. A storm is a good opportunity to mask your footsteps. The world features a detailed ecology system. In spring, winds will blow gusts of pollen that have been spawned by the trees, replicating a real ecosystem. The map is similar in size to that featured in Assassin's Creed Origins and replicates the central region of Japan. The map is divided into regions based on Japan's real historical provinces, including Aiga, the home of the shinobi, Arima, the location of a major battle, and Omi, an agricultural breadbasket region. The iconic synchronization points return, but in a reimagined way. Climbing to the top no longer plots a multitude of icons on your map, nor does it trigger the spinning drone shot of the area. Instead, from this vantage point, you're able to survey the area for highlighted points of interest, which you can then seek out when back on the ground. Ubisoft have expressed a wish for there to be less icons this time around, so this appears to be one way of fulfilling that. Although this has changed, synchronization points still act as fast travel points. Shadows is set during a time of flourishing urbanization, trade and warfare. This allows for a wide range of locations including towns, trading posts, farmlands, and colossal castles that have been rendered at a near one-to-one scale. Beyond these settled areas, there are mountains and forests for you to explore. Finally, Assassinations and Quests. Assassin's Creed Shadows does feature a non-linear campaign. This campaign is largely focused on targets. Ubisoft have said that you will be free to track these targets in any order. Some targets simply exist in the world and you may stumble upon them organically. This means for some targets you may not have completed any research or even hunted them. Others do have a more structured infiltration style gameplay attached to them. Ubisoft are aiming to create a more rewarding journey by being a little more hands-off. While the campaign is still objective focused, the studio hopes to enable more player autonomy by using hints to push players in the right direction rather than outright telling them where they need to go next. Most main quests can be completed as either Yasuke or Neo, allowing for freedom of approach. However, both characters have their own unique specific missions only playable by that specific character, as well as having bespoke introduction quests. Side quests and world activities are available beyond the main campaign. Notable things to find in the world include castles, temples, shrines, and artwork. You can also build up a spy network with agents who can be sent out on missions to gather intelligence on your targets. There is also a hideout where you and your allies can gather. That is everything I think you need to know, which is important about Assassin's Creed Shadows, especially revolving around the game and the gameplay. Assassin's Creed Shadows is going to launch on November 15th for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series S and X, PC, Mac, and Amazon Luna. There are also different versions of the game which I'll cover in a later video, but I just wanted to cover the main gameplay details in this specific video. So that is everything I have to tell you gameplay-wise about Assassin's Creed Shadows. Please do let me know down in the comments section below if you have any questions or if you would like to see me cover any topics about the game in the future. And if you have enjoyed this video and found it helpful, make sure to smash a like on it to show support for Assassin's Creed Shadows on the channel. And if you are new to the channel and you've enjoyed the video, make sure to subscribe to be kept up to date with all future releases. But other than that, we'll see you in the next video.